Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. This is the top 3,000 games of all time that I personally have played. I know officially it's 2,750. That is actually when I made this list. This is 60 through to 51. It's the least I've actually got in person, but this first one I will be showing you. This is number 60. It was my game of 2023, the year it was released. Mimic Octopus by Brain Games. It's a party game for 4 to 8 players. It's all about trying to find other people who are matching with you. Check out my various videos on the channel for this one. So next up, this is a sleeving kind of game, a card crafting game, which you're well familiar with the designer John D. Clare, and this is Edge of Darkness. It did take a very long time to play, 2 hours to play, 2 hours to kind of unbox everything, and 2 hours to kind of get familiar with everything. But next up is Adventure Island. It's a fantastic cooperative game where you play with 5 different sort of campaigns. It's a beautiful, brilliant game. It's so underrated, and there's I think one typo in it, and there's a little bit of a weird thing going on with it, but it's a fantastic game. Please check out my video for that. It's by Spieler. Check my playlist, of course, Spieler. And next is another cooperative game, so please do check out my cooperative playlist. This is Thunderbirds. Very much enjoyed this Matt Leacock game. Not necessarily into Thunderbirds too much, but very much enjoyed what was going on, apart from playing with Thunderbird 5, which means you're doing nothing. You're stuck in space from memory, and you just need to play as another character. Playing Glenn or something like that. Okay, 56 though, we have got, this is Hogwarts Battle Harry Potter. There are some issues with this deck building game, but generally speaking, it's very smooth, enjoyable, and the more time I've played it, the more I've enjoyed it. I have played through the full campaign, I've played it through with many people, and ultimately it's a lot of fun. It can be a bit fiddly though at times. Next up, it is a game I have in front of me, and it is a game which I got way ahead of other people being aware of how good this game is, about 4 months in advance, in fact, by Thunderworks. This is Cartographers. It's one of my top 3 roll and write or flip and write games, whereby you're trying to get the best score by building out your map and getting things in the best location. Of course, it looks fantastic then too. Now, the other game involving a huge map is a big sandbox game. This game is called Vindication. It does always look the greatest. Sometimes it's a bit strange and a bit abstracted with these colours and these hexagons. But it's a fun game. You're going around building churches and mines and stuff and trying to activate stuff and ultimately try and do the best as you can. I've never won the game, but it's very much enjoyable trying to go around and just do various different things as and when things come along. Next up is Zombie Dice, very loud game when you're rattling those dice inside the tube. Check out my videos for this as well, because I've had someone actually made a nice kind of like silencer for it as well. Next up, that's a push luck game. It's 52 though. It's another cooperative game, Lord of the Rings: The Adventure Book. Highly thematic, very fun to play. Wonderful tie-ins with what you're doing. It's amazing how you can do some wonderful mechanisms with moving around the board and stuff. Check out my video for this. But next up is the final game I do actually have in front of me. It's a game I love to play. It's a 2-player game, a very strange 2-player game where you're trying to preempt and predict what your opponent has, and hopefully they do not have the same value or better than you under the limit. So it's a very quirky game to explain, but imagine that the middle of the table has 13 is the value of the cards in front of you. You need to make sure that your cards in front of you are equal to or lower than 13, but crucially, one of your options is either to play a card, take a card, knock, yield are these various options, or maybe discard a 6, of which there are mostly 6s. There's 6 6s in the game out of any 16 cards. And you need to make sure that you do not have the same value as your opponent when you choose to knock, i.e. calling and saying, hey, I want to declare that I want to show our cards. Because if they have the same value, then they will get the points, not you. And it's first 6 points. You get 2 points for getting this incorrectly. 1 point is you can yield and give, I think you've got more cards than me or better score than me. Here, just take 1 point. And that can be very advantageous to play at the right moment. It's a very quirky game. People generally do want to play it a second time. It's gone under the radar. It's by, again, a team. Sometimes you see like Prospero Hall and stuff. There's a team saying. Never heard them make any other games. But it's very interesting to check out, and actually bought it off someone to make sure it just stays around, because I very much enjoy it, and it's quite a strange kind of interesting game that I keep finding there's maybe more to it, but there we go. Elements, highly recommend this one. Check it out. Looking forward to speaking to you on 50 through to 41, list already created. But for now, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out the images over on Instagram. And for now, back to the table.